We saw reports of OTF rapper Lil Durk had his first court hearing for his M for Hire case. The rapper will remain in jail with zero chance of a bond release or bail. House arrest is still in the question, but
what's up, YouTube? We back getting another reaction video, you feel me? Today we were talking about this Lil Durk situation. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments about this situation. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Durk had his first court hearing today for his case, but things didn't go as planned. We saw reports of OTF rapper Lil Durk had his first court hearing for his M for Hire case. The rapper will remain in jail with zero chance of a bond release or bail. House arrest is still in the question, but not for now, which left Lil Durk looking emotional inside of jail. However, his cell blocks have been making him feel better. It was reported Lil Durk is reportedly described as super charming by prison staff and other inmates. The only thing he doesn't like in jail right now is the food, which went viral online, which got the attention of known snitch YSL Woody because he snitched on Young Thug not too long ago in the YSL trial and is now giving his advice to Lil Durk.
I want to hear my opinion on the Lil Durk situation. I ain't saying he's guilty. I don't know what his situation is. But if life is going good for you and you come from poverty, we risk so much of our freedom, time, and life trying to get where we at to put ourselves in a position where we can take care of our family and our responsibility. The best revenge was for King Von. I'm not saying Durk guilty or anything, but the best revenge that you could have got for King Von was stepping up and taking care of his kids. We ignorant. We do stupid stuff. Why is we out here trying to continue to hurt each other? It's not gonna bring it back. What's done is done. It's permanent. Go get his kids, take his kids, and put his kids in a position where they never had to walk in their daddy's footsteps. It hurt me to see that Durk came so far in life just to end up in his predicament. Y'all rap about these things in y'all songs, showing that y'all know better and still choose to be foolish. But God knows we gotta come together because at the end of the day, we our own enemy.
Thankfully, Lil Durk has changed prisons from Fulton County to Miami, which gives hope that a release on bond is possible. Durk's lawyers questioned the feds, asking what they had on Lil Durk, where it would state, Kodak Black's attorney Bradford Cohen says Lil Durk has a chance to beat the King Von and Quando Rondo revenge case unless OTF testifies against him. He says, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him.
When it comes to Durk Banks, you know, so far I've seen one text that says don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, you know, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because it could be, he could be blaming, you know, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
Clearly the case is still early on in its proceedings and the evidence on Lil Durk is small as of right now, yet we don't fully know what OTF Jam picked up on his wire while being in and around Durk for the last 2 years. But this famous lawyer would reveal when Durk could be released, depending on whether someone snitches on him or not.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, you know, didn't actually guy, you know, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, you know, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him, that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
which gives a positive outlook on the Lil Durk case. But there's one rapper who's likely affected the Durk case, because Brick Baby pieced together the crime before the feds even took in Lil Durk. He appeared in an interview not too long ago and shared that you can't say Lil Durk never slid for King Von, because they took out Lil Pab. And so once Lil Durk got arrested, Brick Baby would be on live stream and he'd react to his past interview.
This just said, 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk OTF accused of being hired to unalive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pab was unalive. Suspects faced the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Why would
They
they do
can't say
that?
that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
God.
Oh yeah, because of
your face.
wait, no. Like who died?
You can't
say that no more. Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
It got extremely awkward in the room just after that clip, as it looks like Brick Baby essentially outed Lil Durk for going after Quando Rondo and getting Lil Pab instead. But it gets worse once with the report. Brick Baby says that he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location if Lil Durk had asked, because he is loyal to him.
Why is that? Then there's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been token if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd accept it.
Right.
However, with news dropping that OTF Jam cooperated with the feds, fans went back into old Lil Durk's Instagram lives to see if they saw Jam hanging around Lil Durk and what might have been caught on the wire recording. They saw this video from a couple of years ago where it looks like Jam is holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it, and looking if everything is connected to his wire.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. Like back in the day. Oh, look, he said about. Check on your man, learn to get his I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, like, what happened to dare? What happened to dare? School's out of town. All that woofing on the net, it got your man Metro! Metro!
With Durk finding out a long time later that Jam was informing, he hopped on an interview with DJ Academics and called out how just from talking to people, he can tell if they will cooperate. As it reported, Lil Durk has been playing 3D chess this entire time. He knew OTF Jam was gonna cooperate.
I see shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I could have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
In this interview, it seemed like Durk knew people were going after him, as he'd even mentioned how none of his friends know where he lives, and that he tells no one what he's up to.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. We can have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the. You gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
Lil Durk must have been extremely emotional after finding out Jam had been wearing a wire for years, possibly knowing what Jam might have picked up in recordings during that time. As Academics revealed, he knew that Durk was being investigated by the feds over a year ago.
It's from a group of journalists. Actually, I'll give up the source a little bit. Well, not really the person.
You gotta think, 2 years on a wire.
An Atlanta-based journalist said, "Hey, Act, this is going to happen soon." And I said, "What?" And you know, I get my sources and I get news told to me. They said, "I've been told that the feds have been looking into Lil Durk." But I remember this is before the O Block 6 thing happened. Or actually maybe it was, I can't remember the timing. But I remember thinking after the O Block 6 or 5 like got convicted, I'm like, all right, Durk's finally in the clear. That's what I thought. But the person who was telling me, they say they had good authority that was coming from investigative bodies that was involved in looking into this.
He could have given Lil Durk a heads up about the feds investigating, but sadly he didn't. Once the feds collected enough evidence to have a solid case against Durk and the suspects who got Lil Pab at the gas station, they were all arrested within 24 hours. What's most interesting about the case is how the feds managed to turn OTF Jam into a snitch, because Jam had just finished serving a 12-year prison sentence. He did his time, and just as he got out, Lil Durk met up with him to give him gifts to celebrate his release. From $50,000 in cash, a crib, and a car to give him a head start back into his life.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
So I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years?
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told them nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with this OTF period?
Man, get linked in. Started with LinkedIn. When we grew up together, this ain't no people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know.
Yeah, because he's super solid, but you know what I'm saying? He said, Jam get out that jam and give him 50. He ain't got to ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, one major thing that OTF never found out about was that not long after, Jam was caught in the possession of a firearm and was arrested again, facing the decision of either spending another 10+ years behind bars or becoming a federal informant on Lil Durk. He decided he wasn't going back on the inside after just being released. So he signed the deal and began informing on Durk Banks, as the feds managed to get a hold of the one guy who would be least suspected of wearing a wire, someone who already did double-digit years in lockup, and seemed like someone that would never turn on OTF. This led to Lil Baby sharing, "This can't be true, man. Free the boy, Durk. These streets are evil. Y'all own brother will turn his back on you." But other characters in the scene would feel a different way, as Charleston White shared that this was a victory for the rap community.
I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout, because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset. So this is
With the help of Jam's involvement, they got enough evidence to get warrants and spy on Lil Durk, from wiretapping all of the communications in OTF and the men that took out Lil Pab, and just waiting for someone to share too much. Inside their investigations, they caught evidence linking Durk's credit card to the flights he purchased for the 5 men who did the act to Quando's crew. As it was reported, federal investigators obtained iCloud records of Lil Durk advising an associate in his hit plot, saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Regardless of the warning, the associate booked the flights using a credit card linked directly to Lil Durk. And as if Lil Durk purchasing the flights to go and get Lil Pab wasn't enough, they also searched the internet to find videos linking Lil Durk to the men who did the crime. Sure enough, they found this old King Von jewelry video that shows 3 of the suspects with King Von, being Didi, Vonnie, and Boogie.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
With these 3 being friends with King Von in the past, they more than likely had communication with Lil Durk's side of OTF, and once King Von was taken out in Atlanta, they also wanted revenge for King Von.